What happened? Okay, it's being problematic. There we go. Okay. So how much grass do we need? We need 4,800. Well, let's go 12. This is why I need a medium-sized tractor at this farm rather than the normal 140 horse I normally run. So this loading wagon is a little heavy for a small tractor. I'll turn that down a little. Oh, there we go. The other thing I could do is what I did last year, was just empty a wrapped grass bale, because it's not silage yet, into the cow pasture. But grass is free and easy. How are we doing? 7,000. 8. 9. 10. And off, raise, fold. Keep going until we picked up all of it. There we go. Raise and disengage. Okay. That's grass for the cows, easy peasy. Hopefully there's enough room around the truck. And we'll close the gate when we're done. Still doing its thing. It looks like it stopped. Oh, probably need to move the ramp. Okay. I'm not going to be able to get that little piece at the side, so I'll just keep pulling forwards. That should do it. Turn that off. Back and get this thing and move this up. There we go. No. There we go. Now that should work for a while. How are we doing? 10,000. Okay, that's going to be a while. Did we empty all the grass, or is it going to rot? That's good enough, and it'll all be gone by the time we come back. Good morning, Captain Zank, and welcome to the stream. How are you doing this morning? Okay. Been a while since I played ATS. I'm losing the knack of reversing long trailers. That should be sufficient. There we go. Put that in the corner. And I'll put this back in front of the trailer. No, and then we'll just run into it, because why not? Okay, so that's all the animals fed. What's happening on the farm? Well, we've decided to sell the silage from this bunker, as we have about 1 million litres of it. It's uncovered, and that shouldn't be allowed. The cows have enough food for now. We have a whole ton of silage bales out on the fields that we need to bring in. So we'll do that when they're brewed. They're currently still fermenting, so we can't use them for food yet. But they'll be ready in about 14 hours, I think, when I last checked. So maybe a little less than 14 hours. And we'll be able to use them in the TMR mix. So I'm not fussed about selling all of this silage. I'm probably going to keep about 2,000 litres, make that 4,000 litres for now. But the plan is to empty that before the end of fall, so I can use all the corn from the fields around here to refill this bunker, because it's a lot easier to unload directly into the bunker here than it is to drive all the way out to the BGA and empty there. Especially since the forage harvester is going to fill up its tipper very, very quickly. Now, we don't need the money. The digestate tank is full at the BGA, but we're not going to use any digestate until the end of fall. So right now, we're just doing it for the money, and I don't need the money because I've got 1.4 million and nothing pressing to spend it on. But this does take its time. Is it 57? No, it's 59. Now, since it takes so long to use belts to transfer product, and we're using a belt at both ends, what I'm planning to do next, could get a second truck, but what I'm planning to do next is load up the other truck with the flatbed and bring all the silage bales into I am on hard mode. Oh yeah, I have been playing this on hard mode for, I think we're up to about 608 hours. So this is the 6th year of seasons on this farm. So it's taken me this long. I've already collected all the gold as well. We own a good number of fields. There's more fields to buy, but we have a good number of fields already bought, and if I buy any more fields I am going to need some more equipment, because the way full works is it rains a lot, and that's a problem for harvest. But that's the thing with this. This map actually has, as far as I'm aware, a very favourable economy. So hard mode is not as hard as it is on some other maps. It's still hard, but I need to take a look from the side. Yeah, we're going the right way. And there we go. Let's get that emptied. So this actually pours slower, or slow enough that I can empty all of this in one tip and never get that filled up. So in the meantime, we will jump over to the sheep farm. Since we're feeding everything, jump all the way around and it's here. Go and open the gate. We'll take a hay bale in there and then move the wool pallets off. Growth, well actually retiring the farm is technically the next step. I mean, if you look, we started with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fields. So pretty much the 10 fields around the main farm is what we started with. We now own 7, 5, 3, 4, 1 and 2. We bought 38 and 37 last year. So if we go on, basically that's the next field I want to buy, and those two would be the next fields I want to buy. And that gives us everything below the central farm road, plus everything below there. However, this is Farm Sim 17, so kind of the plan at the moment is we're completing the very last achievement, which is to breed 20 cows, and at that point I don't have any further plans for this farm. I decided I was going to complete playing it as a, let's do the achievements and then move on. And it's still taken me a year to do all the achievements. When I got to Farm Sim 19's coming out in a couple of months, I still hadn't even attempted breeding 50 pigs. And that took me all of about 3 months, because I just went out and bought 100 pigs, and yeah, it doesn't take long to breed 50 out of 100. But we will then be migrating. This map is not available in Farm Sim 19, but we will be migrating this playthrough, replacing it with a Farm Sim 19 playthrough. Okay, that should keep sheeps happy. Because as you say, we've reached the point where growth is the only thing left to do. We have all the equipment we need, absolutely need, but to purchase more fields, it's going to make time very tight for harvest, and not so much planting, but definitely for harvest. And so the problem with that is I would then need what is it? Oops, too low. I would then need more harvesters, more heavy tractors. These small light tractors, I've got two. They're predominantly animal work units, so they go out on the fields to fertilise, and that's really all they do on the field. So I don't need any more of these, because these can take care of 100 sheep, 200 sheep, 500 sheep, it doesn't matter. The work this tractor does is negligible. So farms I am considering, possibly Growers Farm, possibly Oakfield Farm, or what's the other one? Greenwich Farm. I'm going to stay England or Scotland or thereabouts. And the thing with those farms, although they came out in 17, I haven't played any of them before. 'Cause, yeah, I kind of got engrossed in this one. As I said, I've got over 610 hours in this farm, thereabouts. So it's not like I spent much time for the last year of Farm Sim 17, and every Saturday almost for Farm Sim 19's been out playing any other farm except this one. But then again, since Farm Sim 19 came out, I've only been playing this probably an average of 2 hours a week. That's not happy. Stop bouncing. Back up. Okay. So, that's that done. Oh, biogas plant income, 28,000. Yay. Time to move the truck again. Yeah, there are some really nice looking farms. Unfortunately, a lot of the ones I've been looking at, the map makers kind of stopped working on. There was one back in winter 2018 that the map maker released in a sort of a pre-beta form. Very, very nice looking map, and he stopped working on it. And then over the summer he's been working on a different map, and August he put out a thing of, look, it's looking really great, and everyone's like, yay, that looks great, when can we have it? And it's November, and he hasn't updated his Facebook page since August. So we did that. We want to get back to the truck because the truck's done. So how's that doing? That's still... Why is that still digesting but we got the money? I don't know. I'm going to run over here to the digestate tank, but I'm pretty sure this is now 100%. Nope, not quite. We need 8,000. Oh, that's 1,000 more litres. It's 800,000 litres in that tank. Yeah, that's going to fill it up. There's still a pile of snow under there. Okay, so back to the yard again. I've kind of thought about it because I would really like to have this map on Farm Sim 19. The problem is I spend all my days working on computers. I'm a business programmer, but you spend all your time programming computers all day. The last thing I want to do is go. Yes, come back home and then have more more coding to do effectively. What am I doing with the digestate? I'm putting it on my fields. The tank holds, as I said, 800,000 litres of digestate, and it works like slurry. So I have a big slurry tanker and a cultivator attachment for it. And so once the crops are ready to harvest, we harvest the crops, we put in oilseed radish and let that grow. And then when that's popped, I will go out with the slurry tank and cultivator and cultivate the oilseed radish into the ground. That gives me 2 stages of fertilisation before the money crop goes in. You see, I've got a slurry tank there, which I think still has a little bit of stuff in it. So that's there. That's going to take a while to fill up, so we'll jump to this truck. So that's all the farm things done. This is where we do a little bit of cheating, because I really can't be bothered to take a front loader out to the field and do this manually. And you probably don't want me to see me doing it either. I mean, I'll justify it by I can do this quickly with an auto loader, and I have all the equipment. I have bale spikes and obviously the flatbed and a spare tractor to do it all with, but I'm doing lots of different jobs at the same time, and I spent a year stacking bales manually, so I'm not, and I still do it in 19 every so often. So what do we need to do here? We need, it's already on square bales. Work position is 5, okay. And doink, magic. This flatbed actually carries more bales round than it does square. So I'll take this all over to the cow farm. And we'll stack that along the side. These are still grass and brewing, so but since I'm emptying out the main bunker, I want some silage sitting around just in case we need it. Okay, that side's good. Up a little bit more. And there they go. Now, when this mod was first released, it came out on GTX Mod's website. There was a big problem with the autoload script, and it caused a lot of shaking of bales that were close by it. So much so you had to travel with the bales auto-loaded. You couldn't unload to the back of the trailer because they would just fly off. even if you tied them down. But there is still a little bit of a glitchiness when the bed's next to a stack of bales. They all start dancing around. Oh, that's done. Why did I freeze up? That's not good. Okay.